Good morning and welcome to BOTB HQ in Parsons Green, South West London. My name is Christian Williams, a presenter here at BOTB. And we're here this morning to judge the latest Dream Car competition, which ran from the 11th to the 17th of January 2021. And just before I hand over to the lawyer this morning, once again, a huge congratulations to last week's winner of the Dream Car competition, Sami Ahmed, winning that amazing BMW M235i Grand Coupe plus £70,000. I'd now like to pass over to Alex Evans from Onside Law, who will oversee the proceedings this morning.
Thanks, Christian. My name is Alex Evans from Onside Law, and I'll be overseeing the judging this morning. Firstly, I can confirm that all the competition data has already been sent to the auditing company, AZETS. I would now like today's judges to introduce themselves and, using the secure link provided, mark on the screen where they think the centre of the ball should be. The group will then come to a final panel decision.
Good morning, my name is Matt Cannon. I'm a senior county referee and footballer and hope to play soon.
Hi, my name is Jeremy Mendonca. I've been involved in football for over 30 years, firstly as a player and then as a referee.
Good morning, my name is Peter Giorgio and I am a futsal and football referee.
Hi, my name's Renee Hector and I'm a football player for Watford FC Women and I'm a coach for Tottenham Hotspur Foundation.
Good morning, my name's Hugh Gilroy. I'm a referee, a mentor, tutor and observer.
I'm Nigel Hicks. I'm a Supply League match official for the best part of 30 years and I'm an experienced football administrator.
My name's Liam Walsh. I'm a retired referee. I'm also a coach for the Middlesex Referees Academy and an FA observer.
Good morning, my name's Andy Brathwaite and I'm a football referee, mentor and licensed observer.
Hi, I'm Matthew Ray. I've affiliated in multiple counties across England, currently in Gloucestershire, and have refereed from grassroots through to professional academies.
Hi, my name is Kieran FITZGIBBON. I've played football for more than 30 years and I'm now a senior county referee.
Judges, please now come to a final panel decision. For your reference, the larger white cross is the calculated average of the 10 individual selections.
Thanks very much, Alex. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Morning.
We'll draw the lines in of the spread of the from this player here in white. It's fairly narrow, the spread. Just undo that one. I'll come across from this player in blue. Looking at, I've seen this as there's obviously two players in shot tussling for the ball. The player in blue is on the back. He seems to be sort of pulling the player in white down a little bit. The player in white has got his brows furrowed, so he's looking up towards the ball, and I believe it was imminent. I am the furthest away, so I'm going to start by removing myself and then redrawing this other line from this player to make it a slightly narrower band. I know I was sort of in line with Nigel, Hugh and Peter's choices, but I think this has pushed the average up into the middle here. Firstly, Rennie, can I take your how you've seen this photograph? You're just now with myself removed. You're very close to the calculated average, and I've highlighted your cross. How did you see the picture?
Yeah, so I actually found it relatively difficult to take much information from the player in blue's eyes because obviously it seems like he's almost looking towards us because obviously naturally it's 3D. So I mostly took the information from the player in white. I agree with you, Matt, where I think that the contact with the ball is going to be pretty imminent. And what I did was I just cross-referenced the player in white with where I felt like the player in blue, sort of the height of which he was looking, and just try to get it in line as much as possible. As you said, his brows are furrowed, so he's clearly looking up, but I didn't feel like the ball was too far away, so that's why I put my cross there.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, we've said the ball is really in the foreground in front of the blue player and possibly in line with the white player as he's got his head turned. I mean, Liam, I'll go to you straight away because you're just literally just above the calculated average there. You're just a little bit higher than Rene. Have you seen this any differently, or?
I can only echo what Rene said. I'm afraid, Matt. Again, we got realistically, you know, the one eye of the guy in white, and I've gone where I used the guy in blue again for to get the level, and then I've gone where I felt the ball was comfortable, where it just and I can't really add anything else, my friend. I'm sorry.
No. Don't be sorry. That's very good. Matthew, you're up here with Ari, just at the slightly, well, the two or three of you just slightly above everybody's. How did you see this?
Yeah, so for me, I think looking at the blue player for the height, I just can't see how the ball is below a horizontal line coming across. I can't see how it would be below his eyes. I think they are tussling for a header. So I've gone a little bit higher than probably everyone else, I would say, but just because I think he must be looking slightly upward. And then for the player in white, his eyebrows are raised. I think he's looking more steeply. I find it difficult to see who's actually going to win the ball, but that's where I've placed it.
Yeah, and Ari, you're right next to Matthew up the top here.
Yeah, I have exactly the same opinion as Matt. I think it's quite a funny picture actually, because both players are not facing the ball. They, due to the dynamics of the game. Well, I felt exactly the same. I felt that the player in white is White Sox are really quite open, and the player in blue, I cannot see how he could be looking below horizontal as well. Same as Matthew.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Andy, you're up the same. I mean, I think Ari's made a good point that tussling for the ball and the player in blue is really pulling or stopping the player in white going towards the ball. How have you seen the photo?
Thanks, Matt. I believe that we're all pretty much similar in regarding the guy in white. That's all 10 of us that he's looking up quite sharply. But I think, as Matthew and Ari have both said, I feel that the guy in blue, if you look, to me, his head is slightly tilted. So anything below horizontal doesn't work with me.
No, fair enough. I mean, I think people don't have to worry about, unfortunately, or being afraid on this. I mean,
no.
Four above.
Yeah.
And then there's this sort of line of three below. And if I put myself back in, I actually thought that was more of the line, the lower line from the blue player, but I'm far enough away to remove myself. But it's sort of, I wanted to put that, it gives a little bit more validity to the lower choices for me.
Sure.
So Nigel, you're now on that sort of that lower plane of the four of us choices. How's your hang on this?
Sure. Morning, everyone. So, I mean, I understand with everyone. I don't think his eyes are looking down in any way. I do think I thought it was slightly lower than some of my colleagues, just because I think we can clearly see his eyelids. I think his head is also leaning back slightly, and he's looking out from that angle. I did take a big lead from the actual from the, as we're looking at it, the player's left eye. I felt the two are looking at slightly different angles, and the other eye I thought is looking. That's the one. Yeah, looking a little bit more at the 90 degrees of the picture.
Yeah, that's exactly how I saw it as well. That this, because the ball's in the foreground.
Yeah,
you know, the eyes sort of on just a two plane picture is sort of skewed a bit. Hugh, you're just behind Nigel, and then I'll go to Peter, who's just behind you. Have you seen this any differently, or?
No, I've got to agree with Nigel. I think took a lot from the player's left eye or his right eye, the right eye as we're looking at it. That one, in terms of it being relatively horizontal. So yeah, very similar for me. Yeah, thank you. And lastly, on this line, Peter, you're just a bit further further away than your colleagues.
Yeah, it's quite deceptive. The player in blue, he's even though his head is tilted upwards, I actually believe he's looking a little bit, just slightly off the horizontal down, and just the speed of the ball, I just think was just a little bit more further to the left, using the player in his white and his eyes and the direction of where he's looking. So that's where I put the centre of the ball. Yeah, I'm going to, before I come to Kieran, I'm just going to put just a general line through the new calculated average as we're seeing that. Okay, so Kieran, you're smack in line with the calculated average with me removed and just a little bit further away, which I think is fine. I mean, you're just looking at the trajectory. Do you concur with the rest of us what's happening in this shot?
I think I do, Matt. I think we're just slightly different opinions on where the player in blue is looking, whether his eyes are more towards the horizontal or slightly higher. I think it's slightly higher, but in the middle of the choices that have been made so far. But it is difficult to see how this ball is going to be played, and he's already got his arm wrapped around the player in white, so they're slightly off balance anyway. I think the way we've got it now, that average works well. We've got 3 below, 3 above, and 3 around. So I think that's quite a fair position at the moment. Yeah, okay. So I tend to agree with you, Kieran. Although where we have the calculated average now doesn't quite clip Peter's out here on the left, I think it makes it for me more justifiable. I mean, if I remove Peter, it just comes up a little bit too far away from Nigel and Hugh's choices and myself in a line. So I'm happy to accept this new calculated average with myself removed. So I will go to a very quick vote, just a yes or no, to proceed with this calculated average with myself removed. Ari?
Yeah, I'm happy with this average.
Yeah. Peter?
Yeah.
Renee?
Yeah.
Hugh?
Yeah.
Nigel?
Yes.
Liam?
Yes.
Andy?
Yes.
Matthew?
Yeah.
Kieran?
Yes.
And myself. So, okay. Thanks very much, Alex. We decided to proceed with the calculated average with my own choice removed.
Thanks, Matt. If everyone's happy, please now click submit. Thank you, judges. The selected coordinates are 904751. These coordinates will now be passed to the auditing company AZETS to calculate the winner of the competition, and they will then inform best of the best. That concludes the judging process. Thank you.